Welcome back. In this tip, let's look at something called access modifiers. There are multiple access modifiers: private, public, default, and protected. What are all these and how are they applicable to classes, variables, and methods? That's what we would want to learn in this tip and the subsequent tips. In this tip, let's focus on the class level access modifiers. Let's get started. I'll create a new class. I'll say class access modifiers. And I would use the package com in 28 minutes tips. I'll say access and I'll call this package 1. So in access we are creating a package called package 1, or you can call it package A. Package 1 is fine, I think, and let's go ahead and create a main method as well. Typically, the access modifiers which are allowed are public, protected, default. I'll put it in parenthesis as it's actually absence of an access modifier. That's what makes it default, and private. All these access modifiers are used to enforce encapsulation. These don't really protect you from outside security threats. These actually help you to decide what kind of things in your class are accessible to people who write code outside your class. If I say something is public, so public class access modifiers, this means that this class can be used from anywhere. So not only this package, so I can, in this package, I can say class access modifier C is equal to new. So in this class itself, I'm able to create an instance of the class access modifiers. You'd see that even if I had a different package, let's create a new package. I'll copy this, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, and I'll call this package 2. So access.package2. And what I'll do is I have the class access modifiers class also created because I copied this in. What I'll do is I'll rename this. I'll not want to have this as class access modifiers. Let's call this class access modifier runner in other package. I'm just calling it class access modifier runner in other package. Right click, refactor, rename. Continue. Cool. I would want to delete this line of code in here, right? So now what is happening in here is this is in another package. Class access modifiers is in a different package. If this class is public, then what would happen is I can use class access modifiers class in other package as well. So even in here, I can use the class which is in a different package. So even though this class is in package 2 and this is in package 1, I can use that specific class. Now what I'll do now is I'll go and remove the public. I'm removing the public from here, and you'd see that there's a compilation error. Why is there a compilation error? Let's see the import. The type is not visible because a default access modifier class is only visible in the package in which it is created. So inside the same package, it's visible. Inside the same class, it's visible. But outside that particular package, in a different package, package 2, it's not really visible. That's your tip number 1, right? So a public class is visible everywhere. So once I say a class is public, it's visible everywhere. But if I remove the public, then this becomes default class, and the default class is only accessible inside the same package. So you can use it in this package or sub packages of this specific package, but in all other places, it's not available. That's tip number 1 for this specific video. Tip number 2 is that you cannot use protected on a class. So on a class, you cannot say either it's protected or you cannot even say it's private. Public and default, that's basically the absence of the keyword public, are the only 2 modifiers that you can use on a class. I'll see you with more tips in the subsequent videos. Until then, bye-bye. Welcome back. In the previous tip, we talked about class access modifiers. We learned that the only access modifiers that can be used on classes are public and default. And default classes cannot be used outside that specific package. And we also learned that protected and private cannot be used on classes. Now, what we'll do now is we would look at something called method access modifiers. So what are the access modifiers that can be present on a method? To understand the different access modifiers, what we'll do is we'll create a new runner class. So I'll say Control N and I'll create a new class, method access runner, and I'll say create a main method. Let's use package 1 as well in here. So we have a method access runner in here, right? So method access runner is present. What we'll do also is create a simple class. So I'm going to the package 1. In the package 1, I'm creating a class. What do I want this class to do? Let's look at it right now. Right? So let's call this example class. And over here, let's create different kinds of methods, right? So I'll create a public method, public void public method. Let's not really do anything in here. What we want to check is if this can be accessed or not. Protected method. So how can I say something is a protected method? How do I need to say? It should be protected in here, right? Now let's create a private method, right? And the last one I would want to create is a default method, right? So these are all the things that we are actually creating. I need to rename this. It should be default method, right? Let's create a main method also in here, main. And over here, let's create an instance of the example class. Example class is equal to new example class. And over here, let's try and do example class dot. And you can see that I can use private method, protected method. I can call public method, and also I can call default methods. That's cool, right? So inside the same class, so this is main method which is present inside the same class. Inside the same class, I can access everything. That's not a problem at all. That's cool, right? Now, this is a method access runner. So what I'll do is I'll copy the same code in the method access run into method access runner. I'll rename this. Actually, I'll have to call method access runner. This is inside same package, right? This is inside same package. So method access runner inside same package. So right click refactor rename should be easy. So the thing you'd see is only the private method does not compile. So inside the same package, you can access all the things except for private. So you can access protected, public, and default, but you cannot access private. Let's now copy this method access runner inside same package to package 2. I'm copying this Control C and doing a Control V. And you can see giving a compilation error. Let's rename it first. I'll say method access runner in different package and say continue. Let's import the example class. It's imported in. Now you can see that even protected and default would give you compilation errors. This is because in a different package, you can only access the public methods in the class. You cannot access private, you cannot access protected, and you cannot access default as well. All these are not accessible. Until now, in this specific video, we saw examples of what would happen when I have a private method, protected method, public method, and default method and access it from the same class, same package, and a different package. Let's look at it from the perspective of an example class. If you declare any method as public, it is available everywhere. So wherever you can access the example class, you can access the public method, whether it's the same package, different package, anywhere you'll be able to access it. Protected, on the other hand, can only be used either in the same package or in subclasses. So if another class extends example class, then you'd be able to use the protected method in there. Private methods are only available inside that specific class, nowhere else. Default methods are available only inside that class and the same package. If you go outside that package, even if you inherit, you will not have the default methods available. A good understanding of all these is important because when you create your classes, you need to decide what kind of things you would want other classes to access. So you'd always need to think about, okay, what are the things my subclasses need to be able to access? You need to make them protected. What are the things every class needs to access? Okay, those things I would make them as public. All the other things you should make them private. This would ensure that your class is properly encapsulated. One of the important things is whatever discussion that we had about methods is equally applicable to variables. However, you don't really want to make any of your variables public unless those are final variables which are not going to change in value. All the other variables should remain private most of the time. You should allow access to these private variables through methods of various access levels, protected or public. Until the next tip, bye-bye. This video is part of a Java course with more than 250 steps helping you become an expert on Java. You can find the complete course details in the description of the video. Along with it, you can also find the details of a free PDF with 200 pages of awesome code examples in 28 minutes, creating great programmers.